The Shibuya date is completed. Yamada and Ichikawa got to spend their Christmas Eve with each other. Winter break is currently in session, so we'll just have to see what these folks are doing. What these folks, they're not that old, but what these kids are doing. We know that Ichikawa's got a family trip, so I would assume that's what we're going to see. But if you guys like the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video, and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Oh, we're really gonna... Wow. New Year's Eve. Here he is with the Python, the groupie, and Moeko for some reason. This is already off with him, like, having his sling. Oh, that's interesting that they've started with that just to make you be like, oh, Ichikawa broke his arm? What happened? Well, certainly it's a, an opener, right? A catcher. Grandma's all ready for him to grow up. Damn. Nothing like having to share a bedroom with your sister, huh? Except for? Oh, except the Yamada's here, huh? She's got a Hamburg steak, dude. Kanto region. He did give her that promise. So what are you gonna do? Man, if you do that, you're gonna see yourself through the reflection. Oh, off he goes. Off on a walk. Yeah, except for the fucking eerie humming in the back. Wow. Stupid branch in the way. That's also something that I'd make a sound of if I fell down a fucking cliff. Look at! Footprints to the accidental site. He's been here since like the sun was up. So look how caring your sister was. Oh! She's like, my boy's finally rebelling, even though technically he's already has been, but because it's funny. Bet I'd get a laugh. And it depends on how the situation went, but if you just send her a fucking picture. Oh, she was reading her manga out here. Damn, dude, family trip got cut short. Yeah, we've all got guy friends and girlfriends. Oh, she didn't do it. Don't hang up. Yeah! She's ready, dude. That we're friends, I guess, for now. On the way. I think in the manga it says almost there, somewhere around there, but... Well, I mean... Oh? Oh! Oh, this is... Oh, so they're putting this chapter with... Yeah, okay. I know people were talking about whether they'd, combine the scene with something else. I will be honest. I actually don't really care much for for this scene. I get like the implicity of it, right? I get what Yamada's trying to go for. No, I think he sees it clearly. That's nice that they are. I just want to be with you. So they've don't sleep much anyway. Is the sun setting? Why does it look so bright outside? Sorry, it's the sun rising. Can you believe she makes this poor man who's got his arm broken have to... It's nighttime. Oh, it's nighttime again. I swear it looked like daytime out there. She was, I mean, she was, yes, but you know. Y'all, look at all this. Y'all fucking calling at night. Now that you've broken your arm and everything. God, dude, that car is completely snowed in. Well, she technically gave you a gift, right? Her scarf? She's trying to... Look, Yamada does have the look, and she does have the charm. Come on now. Oh, like brother, like sister. Mm. Oh, that was Yamada. Uh-oh. Visit Akira again. Oh, it's the drilling that you wanted. Damn, he's wearing ripped pants? Fucking fashion right there. Yeah, it's a gift between friends. Well, it doesn't matter now if you guys have seen each other. Wantaro. Oh, shit! How dare you remember something that I liked? Stay away from me, boy! I ain't no taking orders from no bitch boy. Oh, oh. Oh. Damn, smooth, dude. Absolutely smooth. Well, you better keep holding then, if her hands are cold. Smooth AF. I was gonna let you keep it. It's a gift. She had the same thought as you. Similar. Damn. That's some fucking grip you've- Oh! Abitas! Oh my god, she was wearing Abitas this whole time. Ooh. We're alike? Was that what the title was? We're a bit alike. Man's finally coming to that realization. Akira Kentaro. That's no dog name? Look, dude, who cares? Some people name their dogs human names. Damn, dude, she fucking got you again! She got you to the shrine thing. God, that dog is making hops. Man's texting her every day. Oh, so we're back to the beginning, New Year's Eve. There's the Python. The bike kid. Is that Moe? Gave him a fake name earlier. Oh my god, he's wearing a Supreme jacket! What an asshole! This girl won't tell me about your class. You still trying to get after her after what you saw? Good call. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn, dude. Talk about fucking looking into his life. He's staying relatively close. I need you out of the fucking picture. Also, there's like only 4 of you guys. Why are you guys taking this seat of 8? Oh, she's leaving too. Uh-oh. All the girls are leaving. We're having a boys' talk. Use the force? She's gonna beat you up with when your arm's broken? I would have just been like, you're fucking dangerous, Yamada doesn't like you. Get out. But you've just filled a cup of coffee! Unless that is for, So, okay, I was a little confused on what he was trying to say, where he was like... Yeah. The wrong idea? Look at them confessing to honor a friend. Anyone? Anyone? Really? I'm sorry not to- Come on, Ichikawa! That's right! You think you've got the courage? Before the year ends? Ooh. Wow. Look at that, Morika was trying to get you in there this whole time! I like you. Oh my god. She had like a leather sofa seat on the ground. What was that? Yeah, they really are just gonna finish season 4. Season 4? God, what the fuck? They're gonna finish volume 4 throughout the whole entire thing, so it's pretty nice to see where it's ending, because I do think that it's a good place to end. Alright, we're gonna go back to the center, alright? We're gonna fucking talk about it. Alright, so that was episode 11 of, Bokuyama. There you go. I just forgot the name for a second there. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. We've got a little bit of mix up in one of the chapters, you know, the part that I was talking about where everybody was hoping to see that part. And as I've mentioned, I don't particularly care too much about it. I understand the concept and I get what Yamada is trying to do. It's just, I just don't really... I'm just kind of like, whatever. But anyways, going back to the beginning scene where they are at the, what is this, the family restaurant, and we've got the Paisen, we've got Moeko, and then we've got, Paisen's groupie, and they're all... God, I still can't get over the fact that they're just over here. 4 people sitting in an 8-person table when they could easily just sit on a 4-person table, right? What a waste of fucking space these kids are. That's what I'm upset about the most, and not the fact that we're missing 2 people, which is the reason why they took this table in the first place, because there was 6 people in here. So like these 2 boys who were supposed to be in the who's supposed to be here on the table as well, they've just got wiped out of existence. We had a bit of a show of this scene, which is to showcase us what's been happening to Ichikawa, and as I mentioned before, you know, this is getting the audience to be like, oh, why does he have a sling over his arm? Did he break it at some point? What's going on here? And that takes us over to the Akita trip, which Akita, and I'll talk about the trip in a bit, but I want to continue with this scene, which is towards the end. So continuing the scene, we have him coming into Fairy Mart, which is, wow, this is a really big convenience store. If it is a convenience store. I mean, I would assume it is. It's a really big one. But he went in, he wants to get his drink, and of course he sees Paisen. Got the fucking fear in his eyes. I will say, like, the fear. He's just like, oh fuck, who do I see in my reflection? Oh shit. In the reflection. And we've got, I do find it funny that Moeko's here and she's just like, yeah, I don't know who this guy is, which... understandable. Oh my god, they got an entire aisle of just bread. Wow, look at oh my god, now I'm just looking at the convenience store. I mean, you've got all the, you know, the ramen, the soda. Well, actually, no, that's not soda. That's like, I don't know, is that soy sauce? What is these, bottle of soy sauce or fish sauce? I don't know, whichever one works. Yeah, I got a bag of chips. These are orange soda. Is this orange soda, or is this, I don't know what that is, but I don't know, maybe this is drinks because there's like all the other drinks down here too, so it has to be some sort of drink in a glass bottle. But when I think of glass bottles like that, I only think of Nukmum or Nuktung, whichever one, right? So we've got the Paisen, who currently can't remember Ichikawa's name, so he's just over like, you're Ichi something, and then Ichikawa just goes and says, I'm Ichihara, that's right, it's my fake name now. But the fact that it showcases that the Paisen you know, doesn't care enough about Ichikawa, cares enough about him to even learn his name, especially if he knows that this guy is perhaps the person who is closest to Yamada right now, which is his current, he's chasing the game, right? And Yamada is the game. And if he's able to get Ichikawa to give him the information, then he is one step closer to his game. You can kind of see the relationship that Ichikawa and the Paisen have, where even Ichikawa doesn't really mention him by name. He calls him the pickup pal, right? The Paisen. And I mean, that's really how I think about him too. Like, he's just the Paisen. Even though we see him here and there and all that jazz. And so, this is the part where he takes him to the family restaurant. Ichikawa realizes that he's trying to use him to get the phone number. And even Moeka, who knows that this guy's a fucking scumbag, she's still coming and hanging out with him. And It's actually very funny when you think about it, where they're both using each other, Moeko and the Paisen, where like Moeko's like, fuck it, he's kind of hot, he's doing whatever he can to get the girl, and she's just like, that's whatever, you know, that's totally fine. But because she knows that he's trying to use her, she's also using him by not giving him the information about Yamada, but also being able to use herself as Yamada friend status to hang out with him. And of course, there's the groupie as well, you know, the girl who's hanging out with the Paisen in hopes that eventually, when he finishes this chasing game of his, maybe he'll come to the realization that she's been here this whole entire time. That's her. She's on the long game. As I've mentioned before, she's really out here on the long game, and we've got Paisen, who again is trying to get Ichikawa to share Yamada's information, but also man's out here wearing a fucking Supreme jacket. That's how you know he's an asshole. Wearing Supreme products? You fucking idiot. Unless it's a knockoff, then like, you know, I'm totally fine as long as you're not actually paid. Also, I just realized when the what is that? The groupie. Still don't know her, or don't remember her name. But I just realized both girls are wearing these like shoulder sweaters or whatever. Like they're hanging at their shoulder. I don't know how they managed to get it like that, but I would assume it's tight enough to where it's wrapping around their shoulder. Okay, anyways, with the groupie girl telling Paisen to leave the poor kid alone. After this is when he tells her to go get a fucking cup of coffee, right? Yeah. Wow, dude, he's really out here like, so you're not pushing him, you're trying to tell me to back off? Get the fuck out of here. Go get me a fucking coffee. Oh, like, Jesus Christ, and of course he's putting his, whatever charm that's, like, on his face, right? I don't know where, I just don't... I like that Moeko just decided that she's just gonna walk away, too. But she was listening in, so I guess she's just over here, like, trying to see where Ichikawa is, like because like this right here is all anime only, right? So it's interesting because like at some point when this was after he had seen the text from Yamada, right? Because and that's definite proof that Ichikawa has a connection to Yamada. At that point was when Moeko gets up and she tells Ichikawa to walk her home. So like that's where the scene would end, but this all here is just anime only. Okay, finally having to see this again. So he's saying that I'm not gonna tell people that I've got it from you. But Yamada's pool of people who has her information, it's probably very minuscule. That it's probably easy if they do an internal investigation. They'd probably come to realize that it's Ichikawa who did it. But at the same time, that would be really bad for Ichikawa if he ends up giving it, you know, even if it's through coercion and all that. And this is him doing that essentially manipulative tactic of like, hey, the secret is between us, okay? And I'm not gonna tell anybody, and I'm just gonna tell the girls that you wouldn't tell me, and we're gonna leave it at that. God, dude, the anime is really out here trying to make me hate the Paisen so much, dude. Ugh, especially the fucking coffee tactic. Oh, that pisses me off. But as I mentioned, Moeko was listening into this, and I suppose she's just out here. She's out here trying to test him, as I think I've just said that. My fucking hamster brain is just out here dying right now. But with him having a one-on-one, I thought that was interesting. Also, I'm not really sure why they decided to get rid of the extra two guys, other than the fact that they don't want to animate them, so like they just got wiped from existence. Like the poor two dudes who we see is hanging out with hanging out with the Paisen and all that, right? one of his boys and all that. The one thing that I kind of like during that scene is to see the peril on Ichikawa, because the way that it was, if I can go find the previous screen again, going back to this scene and when I was talking, in this scene, right? In this scene, right? There's supposed to be two extra boys, and I like that in terms of numbers, because Ichikawa feels completely, as you can see his reaction when he saw Paisen in the reflection, he's in peril, and then he gets taken into the family mart, sorry, not the family mart, gets taken into this family restaurant where he is surrounded by the Paisen and his boys, and also the groupie. And we have Moeka there, but Moeka is pretending not to know who he is. You know, she's defending him a little bit on the side, kind of like when the groupie was trying to tell the Paisen about Ichikawa's relationship with Yamada because she knows, but Moeko just kicks her and tells her, you know, get her to stop, which is really interesting that I don't know why she decided to stop after she got kicked, but whatever. Maybe she knows Moeko can just kick her ass. With those two boys there and having Yamada feeling very small against all these other boys, it's that feeling of like, oh shit, if I don't give in to what they want, they're gonna fucking beat me up. Kind of like with the way that the Paisen told the girls to get the fuck out of here so he can have a one-on-one with Ichikawa. And Ichikawa's just like, oh shit, now he's going to try and use, you know, the use of force. He's gonna fucking try to coerce it right out of me, or just maybe just beat him up, who knows. Beat up the boy who's... I forgot, he's got a broken arm too, so like, if he was surrounded by more people, he'd feel even more scared. Considering that he's got an arm that's not, that's just not fucking working. So I kind of, you know, in terms of that nitpick, I do kind of wish that we had that in terms of the number and how it would make Ichikawa feel, how you would feel in Ichikawa's shoes. But for the most part, I thought they did the scene pretty alright, and I kind of do like the new anime footage that they brought in with the Paisen. Again, I just kind of... You know, like, my opinion on the Paisen is that I don't like him in the way that he chases girls, you know? It's very bad. His whole method is to just drill them down until they finally say yes out of tiredness, because they're fucking tired of having to keep their guards up around him all the time, so then they would just give the information away just so he can leave them alone. So, like, I don't like that about the Paisen, but... outside of that, right, the Paisen is kind of an okay guy, as we can see with what Ichikawa had mentioned. Again, he's the first guy who came in to take Ichikawa's bike. He's the guy who went in action and helped him recover his bike. So even though he's a bad playboy, he's still kind of a good person, and that's the thing with Ichikawa, where he's having that bit of a conflict. And I like that conflict where, like, yeah, again, he's an asshole when it comes to the whole dating game thing, but he's not that much of an asshole outside of it, and that's why Ichikawa finds it hard to hate him. He just wants someone who is easily hateable. I just feel like this scene, where he's pushing it, right, where they show us this extra scene where he's pushing it, he's doing his final push to get Ichikawa to give his information, I was just kind of like, fuck. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, well, fucking shit, yeah. He's already doing that in the chapter where he's trying to get Ichikawa to share information. But yeah, this one final push in the anime, it's just... I don't know how I feel about it. Let me know. Well, I mean, I know how I feel about it, but let me know what you guys think about it. And so we've got Moeko bringing her cup of coffee and decided that she's going to leave without drinking her coffee, I guess. I mean, it's also nighttime, so she shouldn't be drinking her coffee, but whatever. Moeka saves Ichikawa out here. So continuing with the anime where Moeko's asking Ichikawa to take her home, and like, the Paisen just says, oh, I can go with you. His eyes are just dead set on Ichikawa. Like, he's not even letting him out of his sight. Like, what the fuck, brother? Holy shit. Pretty interesting that after Moeko said that her and Ichikawa are friends, and Ichikawa was having that, oh, I can't believe it, she was on my side. We have a scene of just the back of the Paisen's head, and then it just cuts back to Moeko and Ichika. This is bad, I'm almost starting to like her. Oh no, I could fall for her, how dare she. But I enjoy this nice little talk between her and Ichikawa, and him trying to explain that this whole thing between him and Yamada, you know, the Paisen's got a wrong idea of them two, and Moeka, who's who has currently been the one who has been bringing up the topic of dating and boys and everything, right? She's really into this whole romantic scene. Of course, Moeka would be the first person to know that the relationship between Yamada and Ichikawa are quite close, especially when you kind of figure that they hang out with each other in the library all the time. And I would assume Kobayashi would kind of mention that to the friend group as well, and Moeka would just be like, okay, yeah, I fucking get it. Even the Pison's groupie has fucking got it the first time. I really enjoyed this scene, as I think I've mentioned it before, you know, I really like Moeka as a character. Really walking up past a laundromat out here. But I love that when she says, oh, so the wrong idea, huh? So she just goes up and like takes his hand. He's just over here like, yeah, these hands are made for Yamada only. So I really like that I really like that, you know, this is Moeka's little test of like, oh, so you're saying that this is the wrong idea? Okay, how about we fucking hold hands then? Do you guys just casually hold, well, actually, now that I think about it, does Moeka know that they're holding hands? Is that why she's doing that? No, this is just her testing it out, right? Because like she'd probably be like, if he wants to hold Yamada's hands, right, then he wouldn't want to hold my hands. That sort of spiel. Okay, this is one of my favorite scenes. This is one of my favorite scenes in the series, and I love it because this is, of course, the first time Ichikawa confesses to someone that he likes Yamada, and we have. And the first person that he does that to is Moeka. And Moeka, after hearing this, right, she just goes off, she yells, you know, I know. And then she does her own little echo. And so she goes and she's like, look, it's super obvious. Unless you're Kobayashi. Then something, then, you know, you probably won't get it because you're completely oblivious. But for someone like Moeka, she just knows that. Also, I will say, these eyes right here that she's got, these are the eyes that I remember for the Pison. This is how he looks like in the manga to me. It's just a line and a fucking dot, and that's how the Pison always looks. So when we first saw the Pison in the anime and I saw that they gave him actual eyes, I was like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? He's a complete different being. But yeah, I really enjoyed this scene. We've got one person in the Yamada friend group who knows that Ichikawa likes Yamada. So that's very nice. And again, it's very nice for Ichikawa to finally be able to confirm his feelings out loud and to someone who's willing to listen to him and won't essentially say like, oh, you're trying to fucking go after Yamada? That's fucking gross, you're a fucking creep. Like that whole thing that he fears, especially when he was thinking about the Akita dog and whether he should have given that to Yamada or not. So yeah, it's just nice for someone to able to know that his feeling is real and able to bounce it back and tell him like, yeah, it's super obvious, I know that you like her. So I love it, dude. I just love Ichikawa's interaction with Moeko, as we can see in the beginning with how he feels towards Moeko, right? I think did he call her a bitch in the anime? I think that was the one thing that I really enjoyed, that he's just out here calling her names, you know, in his head and everything, when they were going to that manga place for their their school work trip, and he's shouting at her in his mind. Very fun. And of course in the fan translation, because the official translation kind of doles down the edge a lot, he, you know, often calls her a slut. Just because all she wants to do is to experience some romance and maybe date some boys and all that, right? And yeah, what's so wrong with that? But here's Ichikawa just always talking bad about Moeka in his head, and then here he is confessing his love for Yamada to Moeka. I love it. All right, and I'm gonna repeat this again. I love the interactions between Ichikawa and Moeka. They are just they are fucking great. I love them. But with that over, let's talk about the majority of this, which is the Akita trip. Ichikawa's at the Akita trip, and he remembers one of the things that Yamada wants is she wants to see snow. And which I find very funny that like she now has seen Snow because he literally took a picture in the night, which is also an anime only thing because they needed to add a little bit extra to it. But okay, I'll get back to that later. He gets here and the first thing he wants to do is take pictures. I feel like they've cut off something around here, but he did go off into the silent forest. Man, look at Yamada making this boy go out in nature just so he can take pictures for her. How dare she make him appreciate nature in some sort of form. We've got this boy taking pictures, and of course he falls down. He makes that little wah, and he was just here for like the entire day, cause like the sun wasn't even setting by then. Damn, dude, he's really been out here for a while, just taking a nap. Right, the sun is literally is setting. The sky is pink and orange, you know, in many colors. And so yeah, we get to see that this boy has broken his arm out here. He's really just fallen here for hours. Jesus Christ. So he gets up, he touches his hand on the snow, and then there you have it. His arm is broken, which is just slightly different from when he was climbing up to take his sister's arm, and then that's when he finds out that it's broken. But same effect for the most part. And now we've got our boy who's broken his arm. I really enjoyed that they showed us that his arm was broken in like the first 30-40 seconds. And we're just like, oh man, what? I mean, I'll assume anime watchers would be like, oh man, what happened to his arm? And then he broke it like 4 minutes in. Oh, that's what happened. Question answered. So fast. This boy's out here breaking his arm, and as his mom says, hold on, hold on. I am pretty excited though. He says I got too excited, which I would assume he wanted to complete that promise, right? Take a picture of it for Yamada. But his mom goes and says this is probably the first time you've ever been naughty and hurt yourself, I think, which I know I said that like, oh, he's been a rebelling boy. For the most part, he's kind of going against the status quo of society and all that. But perhaps towards his mom, right? Even though, and also the way that he was like, he didn't want to hang out with his mom during the parent-teacher conference. So he's still in that like rebellious, he is in his whole rebellious phase, but he's probably still is being like a really nice kid, you know, a nice boy towards his mom, towards his family in general. So the fact that his mom is out here like, oh, this is the first time you've actually been naughty. Oh man, this whole time Ichikawa's been trying to rebel, but he's not getting it until now. But we've got Ichikawa who sent a text to Yamada. I don't know if we saw him send some other text. Like, did he just write? He took a selfie and then he just sent it to her. Which this is like her stuff, right? These, cause like, well, actually no. No, yeah, these are all her stuff. This is him. He just sent it, and then he's just over here like, oh, I bet she'd laugh, which is just like, bro. If my friend just randomly sent me a picture that they broke their arm without any context, like, it looks like he just sent a picture of himself. Because in the manga, he sent something else as well, where I believe it was him who had wrote that text and not Yamada, but I will have to check just in case. Okay, I thought he did send a text, but that text was actually just from Yamada. So he really just sent a picture of Ichikawa, my guy, you should have learned that she fucking worries over, I don't know if it's over the slightest things, but she worries a lot. You saw it from the way that when you were going through that I hate Yamada phase, right? She was really out here fucking crying because she thought that you weren't going to be your friend anymore, or that you guys weren't gonna talk, or y'all gonna fucking distance from each other, right? She was worrying about that, and he's just over here sending a picture of himself in a fucking arm sling, like, yeah, I bet she'd fucking laugh at that. Ichikawa. But as I've said, if I just get a random DM or a text message from my friend, and like it's just them with a sling arm, like, I'm not gonna be like, wow, that's pretty funny. You've got me a bit of a chuckle there, my friend. Right? Of course, the first thing that you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you? That's how friends are, but for Yamada. She's gonna do a video call out here. You know, she's just out here asking him about, because she's worrying about him. Why wouldn't she? And because he had gotten this accident, he had to go back home tomorrow because, well, his whole family has to go home tomorrow because of the broken arm, right? He had to cut the trip short. And I love that Yamada is, oh wow, I actually finally saw that. I was wondering like how she managed to see it, but you can see it right there, and it's a very nice detail. So she just realizes that somebody's poking their head in, and it's just, it's kind of, She didn't even see it was his sister, but she was just saying hello anyways. Oh yeah, he hung up, and then we've got Kana, who thought that he was watching a streamer. Of course, he didn't realize that was the... He accidentally gave himself away. Yeah, we see this reaction from Kana, right? And I love Ichikawa was just like, we've all got guy friends and girlfriends. We're already in the dark here, right? We're already in the dark, and then when they go to her and she's just like, I don't. And you see the shadow over her. I don't even know if we're friends. And I'm just over here like, the fuck, dude? If she wasn't your friend, why the fuck did she call you after you sent a picture about her? About you and your broken arm. Oh, Ichikawa, my guy and his fucking brain, always fighting back with him. But it was an interesting thing here where he thought that his sister was going to tease him, but she doesn't, and she just goes to sleep instead. And he's just like, oh, what the fuck? She's not gonna tease me? Like, this feels even worse, because as he kind of come later on talking to her again in the car. But here's the here's this text. Wait, did they not translate the other text? No, they did. Don't hang up. And then it's just the yeah. Oh, dude, the fucking the mantis cat, fantastic. And I love that she was just like, come on now, I'm fucking ready. I want to talk to your entire family. They're gonna fucking love me. Come on now. She really be ready out here. But we've got Ichikawa texting back, and Yamada wanted to know what he said to his sister. And he just goes and says that we're friends, I guess for now, which is very fun because I would assume when he's saying for now, he's probably thinking like, oh, maybe we might not be friends later on. But also could be that tiny tingly feeling that he has that we've seen when he was talking with Moeko, and also in the previous episode where he was thinking about how, like, maybe, just maybe, he feels like there's a chance for him when he's talking about it to his imaginary Ichikawa. So, so, you know, I guess we could interpret that both ways, where, like, perhaps he feels like even though they might be friends, they might not be friends, but, like, eventually maybe, you know, we might end up not being friends anymore. We're gonna move away, you know, especially if we're going into once like they graduate middle school and all that, and they're gonna go to high school, or they're gonna come into the same high school, or they're gonna go to different high schools, and that could be the mark of the end of their friendship. And so perhaps we could interpret it that way, but also it could just be the same way that Yamada is thinking, which is, oh, for now? Oh, we're only friends for now, huh? Alright, let's see how it goes in the fucking future. And she sends this fucking mantis cat sticker, which is just fantastic. I actually very much enjoy this part as well, where she... And also Ichikawa saying that he's used the word friend so little that it didn't even autofill for him. I was like, damn, dude, Jesus Christ. But yeah, she sends him a sticker. So yeah, she sends a sticker of just a fucking mantis cat running. It says, on the way. We're getting there. We're getting close. I love it. So, okay, she texts again. Is your sister asleep? I want to call. And Ichikawa's like, well, she wants to call again. God damn, dude. The moonlight that is beaming through this window right now. It's so bright. This moon is it's bright enough that I genuinely thought that we were in the daytime. Like, did you guys talk to each other until 5 a.m. or something? Like, why does it look like the sun is about to, you know, it looked like the sun was about to rise. Anyways, this is the part right here where they put back in the chapter, what is it? Chapter 53? Is that what? No, not chapter 53. It was chapter 49, I Feel Uneasy. Okay, so it's basically the same thing where she makes him drink a drink of water Also, I just realized that's the milk tea, isn't it? That's the milk tea bottle. Did he give her in a bottle or a can? But that looks like the milk tea bottle, doesn't it? Whatever. Maybe it could just be some other bottle that she's decided to put on the other side of the window. On the other window, I mean. They combine this together, and it's just her asking about his arm again, but also getting through this part of the chapter where she's asking to get a drink nearby and, you know, petting him and all that, kind of like, what is it, as she was looking, as it was showcasing through the Kimi Ito octave, where it says, you know, I'll always be here with you, somewhere around there, right? So again, I get what the scene is, I get what Yamada's doing. I just don't particularly care too much about it. But I like this anime only part where she tells him to look out the window. Can't see the moon. Hold on, I have to. Can you see the moon? Yeah. Huh. Okay. We did skip just a few parts of that part, but you know, he didn't exactly have he didn't exactly have magazine. But it's the same where she asks him, can you see the moon? Except in this part, she says, you can't see the moon? Oh, wait, hold on. Can't see the moon, huh? And he sends the picture to her as a way to showcase her that he is seeing the moon, so they are under the same moonlight, which it's that whole idea of like, it doesn't matter how far apart we are, as long as we're under, you know, we're all under the same moon and sun. So despite the distance, we are still here on the same planet. We are still connected to each other, right? Connected to the earth and everything. It could be your favorite scene, and I would understand why it is. It is very nice. And oh, actually, here we go. There's the dialogue in Kimi Ito octave. I want to be with you. I wouldn't be otherwise. No, I want to be with you. I wouldn't be otherwise. Who's having this? Who's? Whatever. Yeah, she just wants to be with him, and that it's just some nice connections. Okay, this looks like the daylight. It doesn't even look like they're at nighttime. And also, there's like a bit of a change in the tint in the windows. What is this? Why does it look like there's a blue tint right here, and then this is just daylight? And then we have a bit of a blue tint right over here. You know what this is? This looks like a day for night shot. Like they shot this in the daylight and then they had to put a blue tint over it to make it look like it's night. Okay, I'm not talking about the scene anymore. Okay, I know I just said I wasn't gonna talk about the scene anymore, but like this looks like it's daytime outside. It doesn't even look like, you know what? Hold on. I thought it was supposed to be, I thought it was supposed to be nighttime because Kana's sleeping, so like, maybe she's just an early bird, I don't know. If I can look at the phone again, maybe we might have, and of course in this part they don't showcase you the time. Wait, actually, we might be able to see what the time is through the text. It's 23:50. Yeah, so it's 23, that's 11. It's, okay, now I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. Grandma really be out here like, damn, Kyo-chan, you're looking right mature. You're looking right mature? What is that even? And then Kana just goes and says, he looks same as always, though. Grandma's intuition, dude, she knows. Also, you see Kana is holding a guitar case, which is interesting. We didn't even see her take out her guitar this whole time. That's a nice, interesting spot, but we can see Ichikawa going to the, his family's going to the souvenir store and he's gonna go buy something, and he knows that Yamada loves dogs. And I love that his sister was jokingly talking about how like, oh, you wanna share the keychains, there you go. And I love that when Ichikawa decides he uses an excuse to buy double, right? But when she teases him about it, but when he actually decides to do so, she's all weird, like all disgusted, like, oh, I was just joking, brother. I don't actually want to share a keychain with you. That's gross. Brother, sister shit. Ew. It's like, you're fine with teasing him, but when he actually goes for it, oh, so you're disappointed or disgusted? Alright, well, we see how it is. But hey, like brother, like sister, huh? Okay, so with the conversation in the car, this is related to the way that Kana was reacting when she first saw Yamada in the whole thing, and then, you know, she didn't make fun of him as Ichikawa thought he would. And I will say, the mom is sleeping, the dad is driving with his eyes closed. Dangerous. Dangerous. But we have we have Kana who's here talking about how like, oh, girls are more than just their looks, charm is what's key. And then the other was this Ichikawa who says it, or was this no, this is Kana. So saying she's adorable, but she's fickle and all over the place. So charm is what's key. And then here we have Ichikawa who's just looking at the text, Yamada's text. So in his head, he says, why do I feel like she thinks I'm crushing over someone out of my league? And he kind of comes to the realization from his sister that, well, she's just like him and like brother, like sister, always trying to give up on what she really wants before it hurts. And it's just a nice thing to reintroduce that whole smidge thing again, right? Where he wants to find reasons to hate it or reasons to give up on it, which is also to hate it. I mean, the easiest to give up on something is to hate it. And so he realizes that his sister is the same as him as well, and that that's the reason why she's not teasing him, and that she's trying to tell him like, hey, maybe you should just stop. You know, this is you're gonna get hurt in the end, and that's bad. You don't want to get hurt. Right? Being hurt is bad, so it's better to just give up than try to continue with this whole thing. And in his head, he's like, yeah, I know that we're both the same, and I'm definitely out of my league for Yamada, but my head is so fixed on Yamada that I can't even spend a moment not rereading our messages. And that's just nice, because he's just been constantly looking at his phone, and he's just been rereading this whole thing, and he's just like, fuck, I can't get her out of my head. And also, we've been texting every day. Oh, Jesus Christ. As she kind of tries to pry more information out of him, right? And he goes and says that her name is Yamada. And she comes to the realization that, oh, the person who left you a note when you were sick was named Yamada. And I love that she's just like, oh, her handwriting was so bad, I assumed she was a boy. Which is like, God fucking damn it, dude. My handwriting is bad. People on Patreon would know if they fucking read my notes. But the fact that she sees that, she's just like, wait a minute. That girl went to see you when you were sick? Oh, maybe you do have a chance then. And I love that the moment she realizes that he does have a chance. Alright, it's time to get the fucking teasing game on. So they showcase this. I don't know where that is. I guess it's going through the hole, but like, I don't know. It just looks like it's faded off somewhere. But this is supposed to be like towards the end of a chapter, but they showcase this. They showcased it here, which is an interesting move, because at this part is kind of supposed to be like interested in him. I just realized I'm circling her ass. I'm just talking about the fucking dog that's over here. But yeah, this is the part where she's supposed to be like excited that maybe he's going to see Yamada, so she wanted to try and tag along, but they decided to make her showcase the keychain instead, which is interesting. So yeah, we've got our boy going to how did he fit the manga and the scarf in there? That's such a small bag. Okay, anyways, we got to see Yamada coming on over, right? Because she decided that if his arm is broken, he can't ride his bike, and so he's gonna have to walk more. So she decided that she's gonna walk over to his house instead. Very nice. You know, after Yamada was trying to, you know, she's trying to be nice. She's trying to get over here before, to pick him up, essentially. But Ichikawa was just thinking about, like, well, what if you'd missed me? And it's like, yeah, she could have, but fuck it. You guys are here now. A girl who decides to go on impulse, a little bit of an impulse, and the boy who rather thinks about it a little bit more methodically. But also, we've got this part where it's like, wow, really feels like we haven't seen each other for a long time, huh? Yeah, 5 days, I guess. Alright, guys. 5 days in, dude. And they miss each other. Look at them. They're always with each other all the time in school. And especially now, they're getting to this part where they're texting each other a whole lot. But, okay, in this part is when Ichikawa finally starts to realize that maybe his gift was a bad idea, because over here he was trying to figure out whether he was going to, well, he's like, oh, this is a good gift for a friend, right? And now he's just like, are we friends? Are we not? Maybe this non-food gift might be a bit much. She might think it's creepy that that I remembered that she liked dogs. God, I hate it when people remember the things that I like. What a bunch of fucking creeps. How dare they take interest. I love that he's like, I should just given her a snack. This is Yama we're talking about after all. But hey, I'm just saying, if you give her a snack, she'll have it for like the minute that she's going to swallow it like Kirby. She'll have it for that long amount of time. But if you give her this non-food gift, this Akita keychain, she could have it for the rest of her lifetime. But yeah, he feels a little bit bad that he I have to hold some restraint, which is to not give her the gift. How dare she? How dare she might think that it's going to be creepy and all that. Also, Jesus Christ, you see how long Yamada's legs are? Wow, what the fuck? Holy shit, you see, oh my god, her shins are just incredibly long. Whoa, oh my god, you fucking put a bat to that shin. Okay, why does she look even taller than before? Now I'm just looking at her legs, like I can't get over how long her shins are. What in the heck? I am scared now. Okay, I do like this scene as well with Yamada wanting Ichikawa to command her pet, but her dog is just over here like, whatever, I don't give a shit. You're not my owner. Who gives a fuck? And so she's doing it for Wantaro, so then he doesn't feel bad that Wantaro isn't. And then Wantaro was close to doing the paw, but then she does it for him, and she's just like, oh, you think? Smooth, dude. Fucking smooth. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. She really out here like, oh, yeah, you want a paw, huh? You fucking got it. I love it, dude. Absolutely fucking love it. I also thought this was a red hose at first. I was like, what is this? But then I remembered, this is probably the leash, right? This is, oh no, she has the retractable leash. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was a fucking red hose for a second there. Yeah, they're just really out here in the park holding hands. I was actually trying to figure out why she was doing this in the first place, but I forgot it's because she was holding his hand. So she didn't want to let go. And yeah, he was trying to return her the scarf, and then she finally lets out her feelings, which is her saying that she wanted to give this to him, and she didn't know whether he would actually want it or not. And now here he is giving it back to her, right? Oh, look at them holding hands. Wow, God, I can't believe I have to censor all this hand holding. But I love that. This is yet again that whole same feeling of when they were at the Shibuya date, when he was there early and he's just like, oh, it's not like I'm excited. I just wanted to see if this is the spot. I just want to make sure that this is the meeting spot that we have. And when he sees that Yamada was there early too, she gives the same excuse to him. And so here he is having, in this scene at the park, here he is having that thought about how she might not like his gift, and she's also having that same feeling. And I like that with the title, right? We're a bit alike. It could also count as towards him and his sister as well. But here he is, kind of the realization that that she's also having these thoughts about him as well, and I just really like him. This is what makes him take the leap. He was about to restrain, but instead, knowing that she felt worried about her gift to him, he's decided, fuck it, I'm gonna give this gift. If she's feeling that way, then I might as well, jump the fucking gun. So I love it. We've got this boy giving her this gift. And also, as we've seen, Kana's got the other gift just hanging on her backpack, or the other dog, I mean. And I love it. Doggo's out here fucking jumping after her. I felt like something was a little bit off about the scene, but I think it's just the way that the shoulders was right here. It's like okay, I don't want to talk about it. She thanked him, and he's over here like, no, thank you. You're the one who actually got me to put up my courage and do it. So, very nice, very enjoyable. I like it. I very much enjoy it. Too nice. Okay, and this is the part where she just ignored what he was talking about for the name, for the dog name. But here she is asking, like, oh, thinking of visiting the temple for New Year's? And he's like, well, yeah, my family's coming. With my family, though. And dude, the fucking revelation in her head as she just realized, oh, you're coming with your family? With my family, though. Oh! Great. I'll message you the place and time later. Damn, dude, that doesn't even give him a time to wait. Or time to talk back about it, but she knows he'll come. But, damn, dude, fucking playing him like a fucking fiddle. Okay, so, yeah, that whole part is done, finally, and, I've already talked about Moeka in the beginning, because, fuck it, dude, Moeka is good. But after he confesses feelings to Moeka, every time I say that, I feel like he's saying that he likes Moeka, but you get what I mean. He decided that he's gonna go and talk to Ichikawa. Sorry, he's going to talk to Yamada. Hold on. I said out loud that I like her, and now I can't help it. He's out here, has confirmed his feelings, and he's decided that he's gonna call Yamada. You know, perhaps he's got that little bit of courage. I love that she clears her throat beforehand, you know, I gotta make sure that my voice is at its best. And I love that she's all nervous, but she's like, what's up, bro? It's rare for you to call. What's going on? And in his head, he's like, I just want to hear her voice. But hey, it's the New Year's, right? Happy New Year. And they're going to get to go to, have I been saying Moeka this whole time? Moeko! God damn it, I've been saying Moeko correct this whole time. Wait, hold on. I am going through an existential crisis right now. It is Moeko. Why did I think it was Moeka at some point? I don't know what happened to me. God damn it. Oh, god damn. I've been saying her name wrong this whole time. I'm very sad. I'm sorry, Moeko. But I do have to go through this scene a bit, just in case. Alright, I've got the whole scene in my mind now. So they wish each other Happy New Year's, and then Moeko comes in which Ichikawa finally realizes that this was her house in the first place, and not Moeko's. I wanted to see if, and also, you know, it's very nice. One of these days, I'll tell you that I like you, so. We've got a nice little blue hue out here in the night. Our trash bin's just invisible to you. Love it. And then she just smiles at that. She's like, that's right, these trash bins are invisible. Because you know why? I've got people like you who will pick up the trash for me. Oh, we didn't get to see Moeko's little glare at, not glare, but Moeko's little inquisitive eyes towards Yamada. I guess you kind of see it here, right? With her little bit of an inquisitive eyes, but it was just one panel of just her looking at Yamada as she's like hanging up, because she knows she has an idea of who called her at this day and night, right? Wow, very fun. I very much enjoy it. We've got the finale in next week. Is that the finale? Well, I don't know why I'm questioning if it's the finale or not, because if it isn't the finale, where are we going after this? Because we're finishing up Volume 4 in the next episode, so that is very nice. Very nice. I can't wait. I think they've made it a lot more obvious on how we're going to end this. I know that some y'all, I'm just saying about Tom Yum now. Some of you guys are kind of figuring out where they're going to end it, and I've always just kind of thought that they're going to end it the way Volume 4 ends, because that is a good way to end it. Even if it is in the middle of an arc, I still think that it's a relatively good place to end, and it'll be nice to see it when we see it. So that's going to be fun. We're done with the New Year Eve. We're heading into New Year. Ichikawa's got a shrine visit with his family, but Yamada is also having plans to visit the shrine with him as well. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.